There's something I came to understand recently after noticing a pattern in how certain fragrances are described, especially by European content creators. A number of scents centered around linden blossom are spoken about with such tenderness, such vivid nostalgia, that it feels almost transportive just listening to them. And then it clicked. Linden trees are deeply woven into the landscapes of many European countries. For them, this isn't just a note. It's memory, it's atmosphere, it's childhood suspended in scent. That realization made me curious. I sought them out in smaller sizes composition, like Tilia, d'Orsay CG, Sol Salgado, and Lost Alice, wanting to experience that same sense of quiet magic they describe. But my experience unfolded differently. Without that personal imprint, that lived memory, the scent remained simply what it was. Beautiful, yes, delicate, airy, softly honeyed, but it didn't open into anything beyond itself. It didn't carry me anywhere. It didn't unravel into a story. There was a subtle distance. I found myself appreciating the craftsmanship, the balance, the restraint, the elegance of the blend, but not feeling compelled to return to them. Even the pieces I kept remain mostly untouched, and yet none of this diminishes their beauty. If anything, it highlights how deeply fragrance is tied to memory, how a single note can be luminous and expansive for one person and quietly distant for another. So while these didn't resonate with me in the way I had hoped, and they're just not basically me and my scent profile that I usually gravitate toward, I can fully understand their allure. If Linden Blossom is a scent that lives somewhere in your memories, I imagine these fragrances might be awesome for you, feeling nothing short of extraordinary. I have 4 perfumes that have note of linden blossom and broom. Tilia by Marc-Antoine, Barrois, CG by d'Orsay, Sol Salgado by deMonaco, and Lost Alice by Musk Milano. Continuing from this, what I found especially interesting is how each of these composition approaches linden from a slightly different angle, sometimes even blurring into adjacent floral territories, most notably through the use of broom, which shares a quite resemblance to linden in its soft, honeyed, pollen-like sweetness, though it leans drier, more hay-like, and less nectar-rich. In Tilia, my sample is from ZGO, the linden feels, I already sprayed here, it feels the most direct and luminous. It's airy and gently radiant, with a broom subtly amplifying its golden warmth. While CG by d'Orsay, I'm going to spray again here, introduces a more textured interpretation where linden careens with beeswax, hay, cassia to create something more grounded, almost like linden filtered through sunlight and dry grasses. And then we got Sol Salgado here that shifts further into atmosphere, placing linden in a skin-like context where mimosa and ambergris, and diffuses it into something more abstract and coastal, whereas Lost Alice stands apart by not featuring linden explicitly at all. Instead, it's just constructing a linden-like impression through forest, carrot, milk, and especially broom, where that same honeyed floral nuance appears, but in more powdery, nostalgic, almost age-like pressed petal, reinforcing the idea that broom can sometimes echo linden's character, not as replica, but as a kind of shadow or memory of it, capturing its warmth while muting its brightness. After all, this is just my personal theory, nothing scientific, nothing definitive. Just a small moment of realization, like light bulb switching on in my head. It made me look at these compositions differently and appreciate them in a new way, even if they didn't fully resonate with me on a personal level. I am curious, how do you feel about linden blossom in your fragrances? Is it a note that you love, you're neutral, or you hate? What do you think about it? Or dislike? Hate is such a strong word. So I will see you guys in the next one.